Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. So guys, in today's video, we are going to do my top 5 lower back exercises, which not only helps you to strengthen your lower back, but it is also a great glute and hamstring exercises as well, which is equally important to keep a healthy spine. So without wasting much time, let's start with the first exercise. So guys, the first exercise which we are going to do is called the good mornings. It's one of my favorite exercises, but it's very important to learn the technique first before jumping on with the weights. So what we have to do is, first I'll show you without the weights and then we'll do with weights as well. So we keep the barbell onto the trapezius, which is the upper back. Make sure the feet are shoulder width apart. And from here, all we have to do is, we hinge our hip backwards. We keep a soft knee. Make sure the knee is not extended fully, neither it's bent too much. Just a soft knee. Stretch the glutes backward. You'll feel a good stretch in the hamstring and the glute as well. So what we do from here, we pause down for a second and slowly come up. So when we come up, we push through the heels rather than the toes. So I'll do with the barbell just to give you an idea. So stance is shoulder width or slightly more than that. I slowly hinge back, slowly hinge back. Pause for a second and then come up. Try to tuck your chin slightly towards the chest. This will help you to keep the neutral spine. Slowly go back and come up. In this exercise, it's very important to keep the weight light, as these are the weak muscles. Form is more important than how much weight you lift. So let's move on to the second exercise. So friends, the second exercise which we are going to do it is called the Romanian Deadlift. The technique is very similar to the good mornings. The only difference is that in the first exercise, we kept the barbell onto the traps. In this one, we are going to do with dumbbells. We can also do with barbells, but I personally prefer with the dumbbells because it helps you to control the resistance. So what we do, we grab the dumbbells, depending on the weight you want to lift. Try not to go very heavy, it's very important. Keep both the dumbbells on side of your thighs. This helps you to improve the range of motion. You can go a little bit deeper. From here, same technique, the hip hinges back, tuck your chin towards the chest, slowly go down, pause for a second around the shin area and slowly come up. It's very important to tuck the chin towards the chest, which avoids to have the rounded shoulders as well. So when you come up, we push through the heels again rather than the toes. So guys, let's move on to the third exercise. So guys, the third exercise is a body weight exercise. People who cannot go to the gym or cannot afford a gym, this is a great exercise for them. So what we have to do, we do a glute bridge, but we are doing some variations as well. So the simpler version is, all you do is you push through the heel, bring your hips as high as we can, and just stay in this position for 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can also do it while doing reps as well. Make sure the back, the glutes do not rest at the ground and try to focus on the hip going as high as you can. Try to pause at the bottom, at the top, and make sure when you go down, you're going in a very slow and controlled way. If you want to make this exercise harder, just lift your one leg up and slowly go down and push through the heels. This is much more effective than a normal glute bridge. You can also make it more harder by stretching the legs forward. So this targets the hamstrings and the glutes, and the hardest part is to hold this position for at least 30 seconds to 1 minute. The higher your hip position is, the harder it gets. Try not to try not to arc your back too much because it puts unnecessary stress on the upper back. So let's go and do the fourth exercise. So guys, the fourth exercise, it's called a hyperextension move. So you'll find this kind of machine in most of the gyms, and I'll show you how it's done. Great exercise to strengthen your glutes, your lower back and the hamstring. So we rest both the thighs onto the pad. Now the most important thing in this exercise is controlling the negative move, which is the eccentric move when we go down. Try not to rush. The biggest mistake most of the people do is they try to go down very fast, which is never safe for the back. So from here, you can keep both the palms onto the chest, slowly go down, come up, pause for a second, and then again slowly go down. You must have noticed when I come up fast, and when I go down in a very slow and controlled way. You can also make this exercise harder if this is too easy for you. You can have a plate of 5 kgs, maybe 10 max, try not to go very heavy, and then controlling the eccentric move. So now let's do the last stretch, which is the 5th one. So guys, the last exercise, I've added a stretch. It's very important to stretch the lower back as well, as too much of sitting or standing makes the hamstrings, glutes and the lower back tight. So it's a yoga pose, it's called the child pose. Very easy, anybody can do it. All you have to do, your bum is resting onto the heels. You go forward. Make sure either you can rest both the hands on side of your thighs, or you can also bring the hands forward. Now some people are very tight in the lower back, which is fine. So your bum won't be touching the heels. So either you can keep a bolster here, or also you can keep a bolster in between the legs. It's very important to have a gap between both the knees. It becomes easier to go forward. So it elongates the spine, and it's also a good massage for the digestive organs, which improves the metabolism as well. And it's a great calming and resting pose as well. So after you do your back workout, sit in this position for at least 1 minute, which will help you to have a flexible spine. I'll show you how it's done again. Bum on the heels. Try to keep the forehead onto the ground and rest in this position for 1 minute. So I hope this video will be helpful for you. There are many more exercises which can be done, which I might come in the future as well. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much. Stay active, you all.